Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Been a long time since I did one of these videos. But anyway, this video is going to be on glutamine, right? Glutamine 20. Because like I asked the other day, Jonathan, do you really need glutamine? Do you really need glutamine to build muscle? Do you really need glutamine, you know, if you're a bodybuilder, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I have my glutamine, right? And to answer that question, do you need glutamine to build muscle? Do you need to supplement with glutamine to build muscle? I would say no, you don't need to. But will that motherfucker help? Hell fucking yeah. Does glutamine make a difference? Hell fucking yeah. It's kind of like the question, do you need whey protein to build muscle? Obviously you don't, because people could build muscle without whey protein. But does it help? Hell yeah. It speeds up everything. Same thing with glutamine. Eventually you're going to get into your diet, but do you need to supplement glutamine? Would it help supplement glutamine? Hell fucking yeah, guys. And once again, because I'm low budget, I hate buying a lot of supplements. I like keeping it to just the basics, like the vitamins and shit like that. So I get everything from my diet. So if I have to go out of my way and buy a supplement, I want to make sure this shit works, right? And I always do what I call the Megan trial and error period, right? And it's not really Megan, it's just what everybody else does. What I do is I buy something that promises something, right? And then I test it. I take it for a while and I see the results. And then after that, I back off of it, right? For like almost a month, then I get back on it. And if I notice that every time I use it, I notice a tremendous improvement or change outside of the placebo effect, then I keep it, right? And glutamine is one of these motherfuckers that I tried just one time. And I made a video about the first time I bought glutamine. I was really skeptical. And since then, I've never stopped reordering my glutamine. You guys want to know why? Let me tell you a little story. So, no, when I switched from splits to full body workouts, I actually get really, really sore, right? Because obviously, I told you guys, I was doing splits for over a year, and I went from 160 to 167. I could not break that 167 plateau. I tried eating more, I would just get fatter. I tried everything, guys. I increased my intensity, increased my volume, increased my rest rate. I tried everything you could think about. I was stuck at 167. Then I went to France, and I came back from France, and I took 2 weeks off from the gym, right? So I kind of like reset my. So I was still working out in France. I was just doing pull-ups and push-ups and shit. And when I got back, I was so mad that I missed 2 weeks from the gym. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me try full body workouts just to kind of like catch up, right? It was just stupid. And it was accidental. And they worked so well that I stuck to them. And I went from, when I came back from first, I was actually 160. I went from 160 to 165 to 170 to 180, 185. I just kept gaining weight. And in 6 months, I went from 165, 162, 163 to 195. In 6 months, something I couldn't do in a whole year on splits, right? This is how much full body workout helped me grow. And anyway, I made several videos about that. But one thing about full body workouts is, I'm also going to explain why it made me grow so much. It's not just that it increases your muscle mass, it's also your bone density. Because guys, you're activating chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, quads, hams, all on the same day within an hour to 2 hours, right? Back then I was doing like 2 hours. Now I found a way to condense it. So that was a lot of stress on my body, and obviously the bigger the stress, if you give the recovery period, your body will accommodate to that stress, right? If I go to the gym and I do a few chest exercises and I go home, my body's gonna recover up to, beat that point. If I go to the gym and I do squats and deadlifts and bench and dips and all that shit, and your body's also gonna recover to try to beat that load, right? It's just common sense. So anyway, but one thing I noticed was that I should be really, really sore, because the first time it kicked my ass, right? And that's when I took glutamine, because I was like, man, I need something to speed up my recovery. Because recovery is it's what protein synthesis is all about. It's recovery. You don't grow in the gym, you grow outside of the gym. The gym is just where you give that spark. So I was like, let me try to get glutamine, because every time I read a natural bodybuilder or even an enhanced bodybuilder's a supplement stack, I used to see glutamine, and I'm like, why the fuck do people take glutamine? So I took it just to see. So I did one of my workouts with Marco, one of these workouts that make you really, really depleted and really sore, and I took glutamine. And this is a workout that gave me sore for like 3 to 4 days, right? He'll testify to that. And I wasn't sore at all. I was like, what the fuck? Maybe it's a placebo effect. But then again, you can't fucking placebo soreness, guys. You can't make yourself believe that you're not sore. I wasn't sore. So we went and did that same workout again, but we tried even more brutal. And I took glutamine, like 10 to 15 grams, which is overdose. And I wasn't sore again. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do the exact same workout next week. And I'm not taking glutamine post-workout. We did the exact same workout. I didn't take glutamine. I was sore as fuck, guys, for once again like 4 to 5 days. And thank God I write everything. So, I was able to look back and be like, what the fuck? I didn't change the volume, the exercise, my diet. Nothing. So I was like, you know what, glutamine works. But back then, I didn't really go into the science behind it. I just took it because it worked. And every time I would forget to take it, I would be sore for a long time. Then when I would take it, I won't be sore. And I was like, you know what, maybe it's just like a soreness thing. Until lately, a subscriber asked me that question. He goes, do you really need glutamine? Hell yeah, you need glutamine. Well, I mean, if you want to speed up recovery. Now, obviously, you guys know I study a lot of biochemistry. Not because it's not even part of my major. It's not part of my elective. I just do it on my, on my own spare time because I love studying. I love learning new shit. I believe the human body is an amazing organism and it needs to be studied. You don't have to be a major in biochem, but just know how the body works so you don't end up buying bullshit supplements, right? So you know how to make your body grow without injecting steroids into your fucking ass. So I looked up glutamine and boy, look at that. I don't know if you guys could read, but these are all the benefits I could find for glutamine, right? And I understand why it works so well for me. Well, obviously you guys can fucking read, but I'm not gonna stand here. I hope you like my little picture. I didn't really have time to make it artistic. But glutamine 20, right? I put 20, at least 20 good necessary benefits of glutamine, right? Because a lot of people will just tell you this is good for this and this and that, things that you don't really need. But these are 20 essential benefits of glutamine, right? Number one, and this is proven, right? This is chemistry, this is biology. You can ask any doctor, any surgeon, right? And they'll testify this. Number one, it is the most abundant amino acid in the whole human body. A lot of people know this already, right? Glutamine, out of all the amino acid, is the most abundant, right? Hint, hint, if it is the most abundant in the human body, that tells you that this motherfucker is important. It's kind of like water. Your body is 70% water. That tells you how important water is. You go 2-3 days without water, something's gonna happen. So that already gives you a hint, right? That it's the most abundant out of all the amino acids. Leucine, arginine, all the amino acids, it is the most abundant, right? Shit. Y'all didn't see that. So that's one. So that tells you if you low in there, something is wrong. Number two is 60% of it is muscle. And I want you guys to focus on that. 60% of your glutamine is in muscle, right? So meaning when your body needs glutamine for its functions, I'm gonna get to that later. Your body takes it out of your muscles, which is bad. I put to you guys why it's bad later on. So your muscles like the storehouse, kind of like liver and muscle stores glycogen. The muscle also stores glutamine, a lot of fucking glutamine. The second place that stores glutamine, second to the muscle, is the lungs, but I'll also get to that later. But 60% is in muscle. 60%, that means 3 out of 5 of the glutamine, that your body needs gets it from muscles. That's really important, guys. So that tells you that when you train, what happens? See, this is just common sense. I'm trying to break it down to as simple as possible. Common fucking sense. If most of your glutamine is in your muscles and your body needs it for very important functions, which I'm going to get to later on, what happens when you train? You deplete glutamine, meaning, right? We're getting there. Glutamine is also, so we finished with number one. Number two, 60% in muscle. Your muscle's full of glutamine. The bigger you are, the more glutamine you have, right? 90% nitrogen, right? Glutamine is 90% nitrogen. And for you chemistry majors out there, meaning it has 2 nitrogen side chains, it's the number one contributor of nitrogen. When your body needs nitrogen for anything, glutamine is number one, right? And you guys know without nitrogen, you are not building muscle. It is literally impossible. That's why we need protein. Protein breaks down to amino acids. Amino acids have nitrogen. That's why you can't get swole off of just carbs and fat. They don't have nitrogen, guys. I made a lot of videos explaining that. It's basic biology, guys. That's why people take steroids. That's why people take testosterone and all these things, because it keeps nitrogen in the muscle and stops nitrogen from leaving the muscle. So it keeps reusing the same nitrogen over and over again, and you get fucking super big. That's why people get swole. Nitrogen retention, you guys heard it. Nitrogen retention is needed for positive nitrogen balance, protein synthesis, blah, blah, blah. So glutamine is, out of all the amino acids, is the one with the most nitrogen. It's the one that contributes, I should say, the most nitrogen. When your body needs nitrogen, glutamine comes to the rescue, right? And this is needed obviously to build muscle. So here's number 3, right? It is a nitrogen storehouse. Number 4, you have to understand, post-workout, your glutamine levels can be depleted by as much as 50%, right? So you could lose half of your glutamine levels in a high volume workout. If you're a high volume training motherfucker, or if you do high volume on splits, or you do like a full body workouts, you are depleting the shit out of your glycogen levels. In fact, just by doing biking, which is not as intense as weightlifting, you're depleting glycogen levels, glutamine levels by a lot. How much more weightlifting? So if you train intense, you train by high volume, or you do full body workouts, you're depleting the glutamine levels. Now, why is that important? Another thing that glutamine does is, glutamine helps your glycogen recover faster, right? They did experiments where they picked 2 groups of people. One group took They both exercised. One group took glutamine post-workout. One group did not. The group who took the glutamine, the glycogen recovered I think 2 hours post-workout. The glycogen was already starting to crank up, right? The other people that didn't take glutamine was still deficient on glycogen. Hope I have enough time on this video. It's already 10 minutes. I gotta hurry up. So it helps glycogen recover faster. And everybody knows without glycogen, you're in a fuckload of trouble. You can't lift heavy. You can't train intense. Glycogen is your body storing, glucose. Long chains of glucose your body stores for energy, right? Glucose, primary source of energy. You guys remember that? Your body stores it in the muscle, gives you that nice pump. If your glycogen stores are depleted, you look flat. You look, your workouts suffer, whatever. Glycogen is really important for energy. So glutamine speeds up recovery as far as glycogen. Here's one of the most important aspects of glutamine there, guys. Intensive care unit motherfuckers, right? People that have HIV/AIDS, cancer. Doctors give them glutamine. That's how important it is. Why? Because mostly glutamine is in your muscles, right? And glutamine is also needed for nucleotide formation, right? To make it simple, your body needs glutamine to, for DNA, mRNA, all the things your body uses to, multiply cells. Specifically your immune system. Let me give you an example. Let's say you get injured or you work out, which is really an injury. You're doing micro tears in the muscle, right? Your body sends your immune system, white blood cells, whatever, their macrophage. There you go. They mark the area, right, for repair. They release cytokines, all that bullshit, and then satellite cells have to come, multiply, blah blah blah, cover up the spot, make the thing bigger, better, stronger, right? Without glutamine, that's not taking place because the very cells that multiply, the white blood cells that multiply and come and do all that repair shit, need glutamine to multiply. They need glutamine as fuel, they need glutamine to perform, they need glutamine for all these things. So when you're low on glutamine, your body can't repair from injuries or from workouts. But when you're working out, you're actually tearing down muscle tissue. So without glutamine, you're in a fuckload of trouble. Now, intensive care unit patients, people that have HIV and AIDS, they're laying down in the fucking bed and shit. I gotta keep checking. They're laying down all day. What happens when you're laying down, guys, for a long period of time? You lose muscle mass, right? If you lose muscle mass, what happens? Remember, your glutamine is in your muscle. If your muscles get smaller, what happens? Glutamine stores get depleted. Now, it's gonna get funny because the less glutamine you have, and because it's so important, your body will try to make glutamine from your muscles. Your body will try to break down the little muscle that you have left to try to make more glutamine, which is really counterproductive because your muscles are already breaking down because you're in a fucking battle. They get what I mean? So low glutamine leads to less muscle and eventually even less glutamine because glutamine is in muscle. It's a vicious cycle. So ICU patients that have HIV, AIDS, cancer, whatever, doctors give them glutamine because they know that their muscles are not big, so they can't really have a lot of glutamine to help with their immune system. And when you have HIV or AIDS or cancer, the very first thing that's being fucked up is your immune system. So you really need glutamine. So they give them glutamine a lot, guys. How much more for a bodybuilder who goes to the gym and tears down the shit out of his muscles? So intensive care unit patients, need glutamine. Surgery, motherfuckers. When you go through surgery and your body needs to once again close up and heal the scar, whatever, doctors give them glutamine. It's like almost mandatory. Why? Because it speeds up that recovery. Remember what I told you guys? Nucleotide, DNA, mRNA formation, immune system cells, the proliferation of cells, all of that. Glutamine governs all that. So people that take surgery need glutamine for repair. This is how powerful glutamine is. Next, like I said, nucleotide formation, mRNA, DNA. Your body needs glutamine for that. Not only it supplies the nitrogen, but it's the most nitrogen anyway, right? What else? Your digestive system, your immune system. I just explained. Your macrophage go when you work out, inflammation, blah blah blah. Your immune system needs glutamine. It's its number one fuel. Without glutamine, your immune system fucking goes crash. Another funny story is, the video's too fucking long. Okay, fuck the stories. One time I forgot to take my glutamine, right? And I went to the gym and I did a lot of fucking heavy squats. More than I normally do. Really high volume, and I depleted the shit out of my glutamine, right? But I forgot to supplement with glutamine. I forgot to take it again. The very same week. Now I have a very strong immune system, guys. That's why I don't go to the hospital. I haven't been to the hospital since I was like 17. Last time I went was because I got bit by a dog. It's a whole different story. My body normally recovers pretty fast. But that day, because I depleted my glutamine levels and I really didn't replenish them, by supplement, I got really sick. And I was sick for like 2 weeks. That's the first time in my life that I was sick for that long, guys. And I'm 24 now. That's the first time in 7 years. Simply because I did a super high volume workout that crushed my body's ability to recover. So it made my immune system more and more susceptible to sicknesses. And the same thing happened to Hanzah. He went to train one day, super high volume. He got sick the very next day because he depleted his glutamine levels, meaning now his body's like, okay, I'm trying to repair your muscles, but at the same time, I don't even have enough glutamine to fight off infections. Bam. So I'm pretty sure it happens to a lot of people when you go to the gym and you train really high volume and then you get sick that same week. It's not just overtraining. It's really glutamine. Your glutamine levels are low, so your immune system can't function as well. So now the same sicknesses that your body could fight normally, your body struggles with that shit. Oh, shit. All right. So next up, so your immune system is really near your. All right, guys. My video. There's only 5 minutes left. It died. I had to go charge it. It's a sign that I talk too much. I'm about to end it. So yeah, myostatin. Once again, everybody knows the big bad myostatin. The most important thing when it comes to building muscle. The one thing that decides how much muscle you're gonna build ultimately, no matter how hard you train or eat. So it's a genetic factor. But I made a video about that. Check it out. But anyway, TNF-alpha, which means tumor necrosis factor. I don't want to get into the details. It works with myostatin. It kills cells. Tumor necrosis. It kills cells. It causes cell death. And glutamine reverses the effects of TNF-alpha, which works alongside myostatin. So pretty much, long story short, because the video's too, I gotta end it. Glutamine reverses the effects of myostatin and TNF-alpha, allowing your satellite cells to multiply and once again, repair the damaged tissue. Same thing for surgery, people that, inflammation, bicep curls, all along that line. Anyway, glutamine lowers lactic acid, right? Because glutamine increases, believe it or not, they actually did a study on that. Glutamine increases blood plasma bicarbonate. There you go, plasma bicarbonate. And pretty much it makes your body more alkaline. It reduces the acidity of your blood. It lowers your lactic acid. Allows you to do more reps, recover faster. That's why I was less sore after taking glutamine, because it lowers lactic acid. Once again, it increases plasma bicarbonate, which is a great substance to get with recovery. In fact, a lot of people take a lot of baking soda, I think, or some other shit to make the body more alkaline. Glutamine does that. This guy's a fucking badass. He does everything. GH. Once again, they did a study taking just 2 grams of glutamine, which is just, every supplement comes with 5 grams, but just 2 grams of glutamine actually increases your blood's GH. It increases GH levels, it increases testosterone levels, it increases IGF-1 levels, and these are all documented, cases. Nothing to do with bodybuilding, nothing to do with trying to sell you supplements. This is just proven things that people use in the medical world, right? Please don't die on me, all right? So, GH, just 2 grams does that. So for a bodybuilder, probably 5 to 10 grams, even better. Your cortisol to testosterone ratio, that's very important. The higher your cortisol is, obviously the lower your testosterone is, which is bad. Now, low glutamine, which is after high volume workouts, periods of stress, high intensity workouts, low glutamine means high cortisol, right? Because when your glutamine goes low, your cortisol goes up. What does your cortisol do? Your cortisol activates this enzyme called glutamine synthase, meaning, synthesis, glutamine builder. And what this thing does is it breaks down your muscles for BCAAs, your leucine, your branched chain amino acids. Glutamine synthase breaks those motherfuckers down and use them to make glutamine, because once again, glutamine is so important that when you're at a deficiency, your body says, fuck your biceps, fuck your chest, I need some glutamine to repair. So your body breaks down your muscles, which doesn't make any sense because you need your muscles to repair after workout. Your body breaks them down to make glutamine, right? So when your glutamine is low, cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down, glutamine synthase goes up, BCAAs are formed through your existing muscles to make more glutamine. Why do you want that to happen? You don't. So you supplement with glutamine, or you eat foods that are high in glutamine. But it's really, depending on how hard you train, it's really hard to, replenish that without supplementation. So, yeah, guys. So cortisol, low glutamine means high cortisol, and this is, once again, that's when how good your genetics are. Your glutamine is low, the cortisol goes up, and that's usually post-workout. You don't want cortisol high post-workout. Increases your testosterone. The study was done, for 8 weeks. People were given a placebo. The other group was given glutamine. After the study, the group that had glutamine had significantly higher strength, upper and lower body strength, power output, right? Strength and power is 2 different things. Strength is how much you can move. Power is how fast you can move a heavy weight. They had higher testosterone levels, higher GH levels, higher IGF-1 levels, and not just like a little bit, it was significantly higher, right? So that's where it really matters. And also cell hydration. Last but not least, glutamine helps your body, helps your cells absorb water, right? It helps your cells hydrate themselves, right? So when you have low glutamine, it's easy to be dehydrated. When you have high glutamine, your body can really, volumize the cell and give you that really swollen look, guys. So anyway, these are 20 reasons why glutamine is very important. Once again, do you need it to build muscle? You don't. I mean, you're going to get it through your diet, but will it help to have it as a supplement? You decide based on this shit, right? Do you need glutamine to build muscle? You decide. 20 fucking reasons. That's up to you. As for me and my house, like the Bible says, for me and my house, we're going to take glutamine. Oh, and by the way, quick video. I told Hanzah about glutamine before, and he really didn't want to get it. Then he had the same sickness that I had. One day he went to the gym, did a super high volume workout, came in. Next day he was coughing up a storm, because once again, when glutamine leaves your muscles through high volume, your body goes to the second place, which is your lungs. If your lungs lose too much glutamine, they're more, susceptible to injuries and, viruses and shit like that. So he got really, really sick, coughing up a storm. I told him, hey, dude, try some glutamine. I had the same problem you had. He went and bought glutamine, came in the mail 3 days later, took it. The very next, I think it took like 30 hours, done. No problem whatsoever, no coughing. And as every day goes by, it gets better and better and better. Placebo? You tell me. Alright guys, we just got back from Ross, Team Darkness, the brethren. Look what we got. Check us out, Team Darkness, on the spot. Got us some shades. Show you guys what I'm looking at here. Hold on, I gotta put the camera this way. What you think about this, Hans?